Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today. Can I talk to y'all? Can I know I might be looking a little crazy, but I still feel cute. Let's just have a little chit chat, shall we? Sometimes I have to record a video versus going live because sometimes when I go live, I might get pulled in another direction. It's loud out there. I'll tell you. I'm going to be that lady that lives out there. When I tell you away from everybody, I mean fucking away from everybody. And even now where I am, it's loud right now. But after a certain time, you don't hear much. It's just that I happen to be by an area where the traffic goes back and forth. But I do live in a small town, and I like that. But that's not what this conversation is about. Because truth be told, small town has pluses and minuses, but we'll move on. I want to talk about how people always ask me if I am married. And you see, we live in a world that feels that relationships are all you can do. Like that's all there is to our human existence, is being married and having kids. And shout out to my people who are married and my people who do have kids. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. That's one paradigm. There's many paradigms. And so, I'm cracking my neck. The answer to that question is, I've been married before. And no, I'm not married. The answer to that question is, I've been leaving relationships that are outdated and don't serve me anymore since 1996. And I've been leaving with no regrets. Because I choose myself. No, I don't have kids. Because I was busy birthing communities, busy birthing books, research, busy helping multiple people. And children too. We think that relationships and birthing children is all people can do. I gotta find my charger. I gotta light an incense. And I gotta come out and do that. And that's not all that we can do. People feel like having a relationship with somebody is the pinnacle. It ain't. Mind you, there's nothing wrong with having relationships. Yet I'm here to tell you that you need to have a relationship with yourself. And many people, well, I don't know about many. Some people avoid themselves and choose relationships because they're afraid of having a relationship with themselves. You understand that? I wish people would open up their mind. And instead of asking someone, are you married? You say, do you have a relationship with yourself? Let me light my incense. I gotta get some more incense. They don't last long around me. Maybe I'll order some from the grocery store. I don't know. Because in my mind, it would be more impressive to me if you actually had a healthy relationship with yourself. I got junk on my... This is driving me crazy. Sometimes you gotta straighten up while you talk. I don't even know why this hat is in this place. And mail and this and that. Y'all. Random video, I know. I know. I didn't mean for it to be this way. But you see, I'm a human being. Now I gotta tinkle. This is a real video. See, people want to edit out real life because we want to pretend as if everything is always smooth and crisp, but it ain't. We live in a world of illusion. When you come to this channel, when you watch my videos, baby, what you see is what you get. I'm a reminder that things are not always perfect, nor do they need to be. And there's multiple layers of messages within this one message. If you are tuned in enough to see it and to hear it and to witness it, all right, incense is done. Okay, put these books over here. I gotta go use the restroom because I just do. But don't worry, I'll come back. You just hang tight. You ain't doing nothing. This little bear is actually a home for that. Okay. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm hungry and I need to clean up. Most definitely. And I'll do that. I'll eat and I'll clean up. I think my mother just texted me. Probably some pictures from her birthday party yesterday. But anyway. Thank you for your patience. Let me jump up on this chair. And get back to our discussion. Child, spin myself around. I'm gonna have to eat something soon. Because y'all. But yeah, back to what I was saying earlier about relationships. I can't understand. And I guess because I was born in the 80s. So I can't understand why anybody in a right mind, in a right government mind, would look down on somebody that's not in a relationship. Because what is there to look down about? It's foolishness. People are not in relationships for different reasons. And sometimes that reason might be that they enjoy themselves. And you got a problem with that? No, you got a problem with yourself. Because truth be told, you don't have enough love for yourself to value yourself and to be in a relationship with yourself. And so you can imagine that somebody else would do that. And instead of showing your admiration, because really that's what it is, you admire it, you try to treat that person as if they're wrong. I can't imagine, this is on a same coin, different side. I can't imagine somebody being upset with somebody, a woman, who doesn't want to have kids. Are you the partner that's going to help her raise them? You just on the sideline. So why do you care? I'll never forget. And this is my first husband. And yes, I've been married twice. And people have an issue with that. Tough titty. Yeah, I was a virgin when I got married the first time. I was in my early 20s. And then my second husband was the second person that I had sex with. And my first husband, he cheated. No, I don't take it personal that he cheated. That's what he did. And he didn't want to reconcile. And I don't give a damn. Because that gave me my freedom. Because I was super Christian at the time. And the only way I would have left the man is if he would have cheated and not wanted to reconcile. And that's exactly what the ancestors had to bring me. But I already knew I was on my way out the door. Because I was having dreams. And I knew that I was going to get married again. Because I was already having dreams. And I knew who I was going to get married to. And that might not make any sense to you. But I don't care. Because my life path is not here to make sense to you. Because it's my life path. Nevertheless, and I don't feel any shame about it. It's another thing. People want you to feel shame about your experiences. Why? Those are called lived experiences. And I'm glad I had them. Anyway, I remember my first husband. We were in class together. We weren't going to the same college because I helped him get into the college. And I was like, you know, whatever, I helped him. And so we had this class together and the people found out that we were married. And we were like, well, we don't want to have kids right now. They were so mad at us. Mind you, these people had kids. And you know what? Sometimes misery loves company. And I'm not saying that these people were miserable. Yet they had the audacity to try to tell us, oh, you can't plan kids. You can't. Oh, really? Really now? Baby, birth control worked for me. It did. Yeah. And so I remember in class, we'd be going back and forth with these people. Like, what do you mean? We had just, gotten married. We hadn't stayed married long, but I'm so glad. And I knew I wasn't going to listen to these people and have kids anyway. I'm so glad I didn't have kids with the man. He and I are still friends to this day. But we didn't need to have any kids together. Because what? Anyway. Second husband, I didn't have any kids with him. When I met him, he had a beautiful 2-year-old daughter, and I became her stepmom. Her mother's still active in her life now, okay? Was still active, was definitely active back then. My mother's sending me a picture. I'm still connected to my stepdaughter, and she's now like in her 20s. And we talk. She reaches out to me. And I look after her. But I'm glad I didn't have any kids with him. I didn't need to. See, my mother taught me that when you get into a marriage, allow yourself to really get to know that person that you're with. And then maybe 5 years down the road or whatever down the road, then you can decide whether or not you want to have some kids. And I took that advice. And it just so happened in both of the relationships that I was in, both of the marriages that I was in, I reached a place in my marriage, both of them, where I decided I ain't having no kids with this man for one reason or another. And even in my long-term relationship that I had, where I wasn't married, I had reached a place with him where I said I'm not having any kids with this man. Even in a long-term non-marriage situation. And it wasn't because we weren't married that I decided that. Because I'd already been married. I had different reasons why I didn't have kids with these people. I listened to my intuition. And I'm glad I did. Because now it's just me. I'm not a single mother. And there's nothing wrong with being a single mother if that's what the universe brings you. Okay? Because I could go adopt some kids, you understand, and be a single mom. And I might. But what I'm saying is, that's not all there is to life. Life is full. Life is vast. It's not just only about being married, only about being in a relationship, only about raising kids or having your own kids. It's not just about that. It's also about your self-discovery. And many people do things, like I said, to have distractions so that they never have to meet themselves. They never have to sit with themselves. I sit with myself. And is it always easy? No. It's easy to phone a fool. I've had many people, even though this is an isolated place, I've met at least 13 people since I've been out here in February. Most of which were men. I've blocked them. I don't communicate with them. And the women too. For one reason or another. It always comes down to my peace and what I allow in my vibrational frequency. And I would rather sit with myself than just accept anything. This is a person who has learned their value. They know their value. When you can sit with yourself, man or woman, you know your value. And I'm not saying that no one can sit in my space. That's not true. I have very good friends. Do they live here? No, they don't. They don't. Does that mean that I can't meet someone and share companionship with them? I can meet someone and share companionship with them. Absolutely. Yet the vibrational frequency, it has to match. And I'm okay with that. And also, I'm not seeking to attach myself. I don't need to attach myself. I said I've been leaving relationships that are outgrown since 1996. I choose myself. I will always choose myself. That's a true sovereign person. That's a person that truly loves. A lot of times people are like, well, they get snazzy with you because you choose yourself. But I'm not holding on to a person for desperation. Desperation is not love. Just because you can hold on to somebody doesn't mean you actually love them. I'm not holding on to shit. It's my stomach talking now. I'm not holding on. I allow. And I'm not missing love. How? I am love. This is why I'm able to sit in solitude. Because only love will do. And love is a frequency. It's energy. And love, it gives, it shares. It's not about possession. It's not about, oh my nose. It's not about you need to be in my life space for the next 20 years. If that's what the ancestors bring, that's what they bring. Yet it's not a requirement. And just because you love something for a season doesn't mean it wasn't love. Love isn't about time. And the people that I've been with, I love them. I still do. But I don't have to be with you in order to love you. I can love you from a distance. I'm not into being with things that have expired. The date is expired. Would you drink expired milk? Probably not. Anyway, I know this conversation is random, but I hope that you can get something out of it, even though ultimately you need to love yourself before you can love anybody. You need to enjoy your own company. You need to be complete already. It's okay to have a companion to enjoy this life journey with you. They may come for a season. They may come for a long time. Who knows? Again, love is like a cool breeze. Baby, you let it blow in. But you don't hold on to the air. Because that's desperation and that's not love. All right. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye for now.